Mr. Masagos Zulkifli, Minister for Social and Family Development, Mr. Goh Pei Ming, Minister of State for Social and Family Development and Minister of State for Home Affairs. Excellencies, distinguished guests, partners and allies, a very good morning to each and every one of you here. It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you to the Singapore Council of Women's Organizations Summit for Action on Gender Equality, SAGE. Following the positive feedback from last year's inaugural summit, we were thrilled to host this second edition. 2025 is particularly significant as we celebrate 45 years of SCWO powering change for women. As Singapore's national women's organization, we have been at the forefront, working hand in hand with our member organizations who are here today, the government, and our partners to advocate for policies that empower women, support families, and create equal opportunities. This year marks 2 national milestones for Singapore: 60 years of independence and 30 years since rectifying SCWO, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discriminations Against Women. Today's summit is not just a celebration of our nation's journey, but a moment to reflect on what more we can do to build an equal and inclusive future. We have made progress. Women's labour force passed 62% last year, and more than 30% of board seats in statutory boards and institutions of public character, IPCs, are now held by women. In Parliament, women's representation that has crossed 30% mark, the highest in our history. Yes, thank you. And these achievements reflect decades of collaboration between civil society, the government, and courageous individuals who challenge the status quo. But progress is never a straight road. It is a continuous effort. To unlock that full potential of every woman and girl, we must question assumptions, unlearn outdated narratives, and imagine new possibilities. Real change begins with changing your mindsets. And that's why the theme for SAGE 2025 is Changing Mindsets in a Changing World. Our social, technological, and cultural landscapes evolve, so must our strategies. Mindset change is needed at all levels of society, across ages, and for both men and women. Thank you for the men in this room today. Today, we will focus on 3 critical areas: male allyship and positive masculinity, midlife health and well-being, and technology and artificial intelligence. Through our panels, we will reframe the notion of masculinity in the modern age, redefine thriving in midlife, that's myself, and explore how AI can advance opportunities for men and women alike. As the national voice for the Singapore women, SCWO has convened these themes to spark honest and solutions-driven dialogue. I would like to encourage you to actively engage in your breakout sessions later, from innovative domestic violence interventions to mental health support for midlife women, and to empathetic approaches for victims on online harm. That your voice matters. They will shape actions today and beyond. Your insights and recommendations will form part of our SAGE report developed with our research and knowledge found James Cook University, Singapore. This report will guide actionable initiatives, including workplace programs, community support, and policy recommendations, turning discussion into meaningful changes. Earlier this month, SCWO, in collaboration with the James Cook University, Singapore, launched an online survey to understand the attitudes and perceptions of mental health amongst middle-aged women in Singapore, between 40 to 59, a group which data is limited. And let me share with you some of the early findings from nearly 300 women who have responded earlier. Close to half of the women reported experiencing mental health challenges. But yet, only 59% sought professional help. So what are the top 3 stresses? Workplace pressures, unresolved trauma, and relationship struggles. Stigma still remains a heavier barrier. 1 in 3 will feel ashamed, and an overwhelming 73% fear of being a burden to someone. But still, there's hope. 66% believe that if their loved ones know that they need help, they will encourage them to seek help. And 78% agree that it's increasingly common to seek professional help for mental health concerns. And what women are saying out there is what they need is peer support, all of you sitting here, counseling, and workplace priorities that prioritize well-being. But here is the gap. Over 70% remains unaware of the existing resources designed for women's mental health. So the survey is still ongoing, and I urge everyone to share this survey link with your networks, and let's do this together. Whip up your phone if you have not done the survey. Scan the QR code. We hope to capture as many responses as we can to help build a clearer picture and a stronger support for women's mental health in Singapore. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our guest of honor, Minister Masagos, and the Ministry of Social and Family Development, our international keynote speaker, Ms. Bandana Rana, whose decades of work in Nepal and on the United Nations CEDAW Committee reminds us that collective voices and stronger representations are essential to changing that mindset. Esteemed ambassadors, embassy representatives, and international guests who are with us today, His Excellency, Mr. Lester Cox, High Commissioner of Australia, Her Excellency, Mrs. Madam Patson Charlotte Lobby, High Commissioner of the Republic of South Africa, Ms. Katrina Laurie, Acting Deputy High Commissioner of Australia, Mr. Errol Levy, Shah de Jaffa, and interim of the European Union delegation, Mrs. Shonlanti Charanchakal, Minister and Deputy Mission of the Royal Thai Embassy, and Ms. Nelly Hadi Chayanto, President of the Indonesian Women's Congress, KOWANI, and a member of the ASEAN Confederation of Women's Organizations. I am also grateful for the support of all our partners, our SAGE allies, Bank of Singapore, DKSH, MUFG Bank, Singapore Pools Private Limited, and of course our official coffee sponsor, for championing this vital cause together. And I encourage more organizations to join us in championing gender equality and creating lasting impact next year when you come as well. So you can join us to become our allies and get your sponsorship for next year. Thank you. And for 45 years, SCWO has been the big sister, convening voices, policies, and leading change. The work is bigger than us alone. You here is an agent of change. So together, let us keep pushing for a future where both men and women can enjoy equal space, equal voice, and equal worth. And I learned from Min Mas just now, a bigger space. All right, thank you, and everyone, please enjoy yourself.